What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. T-Shirt, back with another one. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about when your business starts to expand and how to recruit a person to help. But not just any person, the right person. So first, let's talk about why strategic hiring is vital for small businesses. Now, having the right team can make all the difference in achieving your goals for your business. It's not just about filling a seat, but finding someone who's aligned with your company culture and also shares your passion for success. So before we get too deep, I'm going to share my experience with recruiting my first employee. As of recent, I did some financial planning for the new year, and I have a goal I'm trying to reach to get some things done to my house, which are quite expensive, such as my front driveway, my backyard, and a few other projects around the house. Now, I've planned these projects for next year, 2024, and I don't want to have to dip into any savings to do so. So along with working my custom apparel business, I decided to go back to work as a full-time mechanic. So now, not only having one full-time job, I have two full-time jobs. But hey, we got to do what we got to do, right? It's all part of the hustle and the grind. However, as I went back to work, my custom apparel business has continued to pick up, and now I'm getting overwhelmed with orders. This is a great problem to have. Only problem is I'm only one person. Now, I spoke to my boy and I asked how he went about it, since it's been something I've been thinking about for a while now. And he let me know it's not an easy task, especially if they don't have the same vision as you. Here's my story. A friend of mine had just went through a bad breakup, moved back home with his parents temporarily and needed some extra money, and asked me if I needed help with my orders. And if so, he would be available on a part-time basis. Which to me at this point, part-time, full-time, I didn't even care. I could use the help. So I agreed to give him a try. Now, I know he's a good guy. He works a full-time job. He knows about being on time and being a responsible person. So we agreed he would start working on Saturdays for a few hours to learn and understand my business and how I operate, plan, and how I process my orders. And as time goes on and he's learning, give him more responsibilities to where he can work on his own, and even give him more days in return, which would make him more money. So the first weekend in which he was supposed to start, he calls me that Friday and lets me know if I need him tomorrow, he's available. I said, cool. Can you be here between 9 and 10? He says, no problem, he'll be here. Now, I had a big order. I believe it was like 150 pieces in which I needed to go out that day that was already late due to shipping of transfers for that order. So in return, I had to manually create the order with vinyl and needed that help cutting and weeding out all these pieces of vinyl. Now I get a text at 12 p.m. that Saturday from my friend. He tells me he just woke up and that he hung out late the night before, got in late and overslept. He told me he would come still if I needed him, and I told him, bro, don't bother, that I was leaving the shop to make the delivery already. Now, if you know me, you know I believe in the 3-strike rule. 3 strikes and you out. So I gave him a pass, being that I said he just went through a breakup and probably was just trying to get out that depression stage. We all been there before, so I gave him another chance. So the following Saturday comes, he shows up a little late, but he came and I started showing him the different parts of the job. So I start him off by cutting and weeding out some vinyl for an order. But one thing I did notice, that once he was finished cutting and weeding the particular pieces that I gave him, he didn't really show an initiative to learn more about the business or how the routine goes. He would be on his phone, but not only that, he would have his feet up on the desk like he was running the show. So another red flag that didn't sit with me too well. So I would give him more vinyls to cut and weed just to keep him busy. Now, as I watched his behavior as a new recruit, I started to realize he didn't have the work ethic I was expecting. The next Saturday comes now, and again, no show. Called and text, no answer. Now, his ex calls me and asks me if he's working with me today, and I said he was supposed to, but I haven't seen him. She lets me know he didn't come home that night. Long story short, ends up getting arrested for a DUI. He calls me later that week and asks me if I needed help. But he couldn't drive because his license is now suspended, and he had to now call an Uber, which made no sense because he would just be spending the money that I'm paying him on Uber rides to go back and forth. Some may say that's his problem, but I gave him a chance to help him out as well as ease my workload. I told him I didn't need him for that day. It was then I decided he may not be the right fit for what I have going on. I feel like as if he looked at it as a hangout versus a job, just because we were friends. Now, chances is I won't bring him back to help me work. And granted, we're still friends, but I made a mental note going forward not to hire friends. Now, Let's jump into what needs to be done when looking to recruit someone to help out with your business. First thing you want to do is clearly define the role and responsibilities and what qualifications and experience a candidate needs to have when applying for the position you're offering. This way, you'll be able to attract people who are best fit for your business. Social media platforms such as LinkedIn or Facebook are great places to promote your job position for potential candidates. Don't forget to showcase your company's personality and its core values. Remember, it's not just about a person who wants a job, but them also having a vision of success as well. Make sure to have a one-on-one interview, whether in person or through a Zoom call, but make sure to ask questions that not emphasizes the person's skills, but how they would fit in as a part of your business and how they can help your business succeed. In other words, what do you bring to the table? If you have a business that has more than one owner, make sure you bring in both owners to conduct that interview. So in case there's questions that you may not have asked and your partner may have, you both can have your answers by that candidate. Now, once you found your candidate, a smooth onboard process will set the tone for a new employee. Make sure that employee feels welcomed and part of your team from day one. Another thing to remember is that building a dream team takes time, effort, and dedication. But by following these steps, you're well on your way to recruiting the right individual who will not only contribute to your business's success, but also become likely part of your company's story. Now, if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more business advice and t-shirt tips. And in the comments below, share your recruiting stories and your successes. Until next time, I'm your boy, Mr. T-Shirt. Thanks for watching. Peace.